Welcome to CXO, a magical podcast to help you serve better and concoct experiences that are superlative in nature. I'm your host, Supriya Sharma, bringing to you in each episode didactic nuggets so you can get inspired to sprinkle stardust in your company, your home, and the community on the whole.
Our guest for today is Renu Manjunath, CEO of LabelRM, Paradigms in High-End Destination Jewelry, which is immensely popular among the Dubai socialites and Bollywood celebrities such as Urvashi Rautela and Sunny Leone. The designs have also received accolades and recognitions. Just to name a few, the royal family of Ajman gave an honorable mention at the Ajman Palace Hotel wedding fair, styling the designer duo Anjali and Arjun Kapoor's show. The brand has also made its presence at IIFA 2013 awards. In fact, Renu has been featured in Business Leadership Profile's Super 100 Volume 3 Next Generation Business Leaders and Young Entrepreneurs MEA. She's been invited to the jury member for Glamour Miss and Mrs. India 2019 and has also won the Entrepreneur of the Year Overseas Award at GISR. Brilliant, Renu. Welcome to CXO.
Thank you so much, Supriya. Thank you so much for inviting me at this show. Looking forward.
And from what I spot, piece of jewelry that you're wearing shows us very well as to what LabelRM does.
Yes, thank you so much once again.
Renu, according to McKinsey, the jewelry industry that you belong to has had a total sales of about 250 billion euros in the previous year, which was a rise of 6% from the previous year as such. Now, it is as dynamic as it's growing. So take us into the nitty-gritty of the changing consumer behavior which is continuously evolving in your kind of industry.
I feel the growth, anything above 5% is a brilliant or a decent growth, I would say. When we come to jewelry, like I could divide jewelry into three parts, the real jewelry or the real gemstones, or we could have the lookalikes, which is quite famous nowadays, and the fashion jewelry and the accessories, which is the trends. So when we talk about the real jewelry and why clients are buying, is just because of it's not a casual buying. It is something they are doing for the future. They're investing for the future, and it's kind of a need. There is always a growth. They see there is a growth in investments. And when it comes to lookalike, the modern era we are so much into social media and we know what trends are going on. We are all, especially the women, are socioeconomic. We do want to look the best, exclusive. Yes. And we are in love with fashion. Fashion is a very feminine thing nowadays. So also coming up with destination jewelry, destination weddings, and we have or we don't want to wear the same thing every day. We need to have a change. Plus, we need to have something that looks brilliant and exclusive, and we want the people saying, "Oh, she's wearing such a beautiful." At affordable prices, definitely. So that section, that is a big section of society. It's also growing. And thirdly is the fashion jewelry, from the, as we see a lot of unbranded jewelries coming to brands like, I'd say Zara, H&M. They've also come up with jewelry that matches their dresses, their concepts. So, women are allured in buying something that it looks like a complete, along with their clothes. So that is why the growth in the jewelry section, be it the real jewelry or the lookalikes or the fashion jewelry, definitely we see a growth.
Sure. And all of us are familiar with these affordable luxury brands such as Pandora and Swarovski. So what is it that actually draws people to those particular brands? Is it just a sense of gratification or having that elevation in the socio-economic status by just owning that piece of jewelry? Or is it something about the customer experience that these brands deliver in actual?
I feel, Supriya, that every brand, if has to grow, has to have customer. They have to have a strategy. They have to give to the society. So they definitely have a plan, be the after sale service or their product. But what I feel when you take up names like Swarovski is man-made crystals and gemstones. So definitely you are buying something that looks very say similar to the real jewelry, but at a very decent price. So definitely Swarovski's I would like to go if I'm traveling and I don't want to carry my real jewelry. I will say, okay, yes, let's take this. This looks like real, and nobody would figure it out. Or I'm proud to be wearing something because of their marketing strategies. So definitely, and when it comes to Pandora, Pandora has a very unique USP. They are the famous bracelets with charms. Every woman wants us to create a story. So definitely you have a charm, having the love, having something of their memories. So that is also one USP that Pandora had created, which became very famous, definitely. And that's it. That is why we all get pulled to such brands. It's because of both its socioeconomic status as well, and it's the marketing strategy from the brand.
Okay, with this, let's dive into your particular brand. We've been talking about all of the brands, and we have with us you today who is representing LabelRM. So what does a dazzling customer experience mean for the customers or clients of LabelRM brand?
Apart from being a bridal jewelry specialist, we are into customization, be it I would like to give an experience of my two clients before I tell you anything about LabelRM. I had this client in 2016, and she got me a shell piece, the shell from the beach. And she said, Renu, can you create this into a necklace? Because it is very special to me. And I said, what's so special about this? And she said, my fiance proposed me on the beach. And that's what the shell. And I want to keep it as a remembrance. And see, I'm getting the goosebumps. And what we did, we spoke to her. We said, what do you want to be created with? So, shell is a very delicate piece. It breaks very easily. So we had to play it. So we created something, a beautiful necklace for her that she could wear or keep it with her as a remembrance of her special moment of life. So that is a wow factor when my clients are happy and they give me the feedback. And when they're getting something that is really exclusive, not second, the second piece will never be created. So definitely you are getting something that is exclusive, exquisite piece. Also, in this COVID, one of my friend, her father expired, and she came to me, said, can you make this bead of pearl and ruby, the mala, the chain, into something that I could wear as an exclusive set? Because that's because of my dad. It's dad's memories to me. And we created a necklace out of, I had a earring, so we broke the earring, we created all the beads around it and gave her a masterpiece. And what the comment she wrote on me for me on social media was, my dad is going to bless me from heaven. So bless you from heaven. So that's what creates LabelRM, an exclusive piece. We are creating your memories. When it comes to bridal, and she wants, okay, no, I want something that matches my angle. This is my special day. I do not want to wear something that is like commonly available. So we change everything for her. We change the beads. We match her up the way she wants to doll up. So that is LabelRM. That is what I could say my USP is, and the wow factor.
I am really wowed, at least I'm jumping from my seat right now. The way you describe those two stories. I mean, really, the idea of this podcast, CXO, is to help people create memorable experiences for their customers. And with you bringing in such relevant examples, I mean, I'm really jumping up from my seat. I can feel the happiness that your clients would have actually felt in owning or having that piece of jewelry specially customized for them, tailor-made for them, what we really call tailor-made in that sense. And as you rightly mentioned, it's about creating those memorable experiences that your customers would never, ever forget wherever they go. And it always remains with them throughout their lifetime. That's what customer experience is all about. And that's what sets your brand apart. Brilliant. That's amazing. So, coming back to the normal human tendency, or I don't know if I have to call it a women's tendency. Imagine myself as a customer. I'm just window shopping and I come across an exquisite piece of earring. Let's say I'm using a particular brand in general for earrings, but then I'm just going around in the market and I spot this exquisite piece of earring. And now I want to own that piece because I know it'll look really good and I can wear it to the next party. And that makes me kind of want to ditch the brand that I've always been using. Now, how do you in this jewelry sector, which is so worthy of ditching by the customers, can actually make your customers stay with you, stick to you, remain loyal to you? How do you think that that is possible practically?
I would not say you are ditching the brand because
Mm.
it's all about choice. Sometimes one brand could not deliver what the other brand has. Maybe that is the requirement of that particular occasion that you want to go and you want to have that color, and the brand does not have the same. So it's not about ditching, it's about passionate buying, or I would say it's a passionate buying kind of thing. And so that time, you know what I would say is still my people will come back to me because of
Mhm.
my after sales service. So if something happens to your jewelry and you have to go, what to do about this? I love this piece and how do I repair it?
Mm.
Then LabelRM comes in the picture again. So that is why that I have a complete setup in Dubai for
Okay.
your polishing, jewelry polishing, for your repairs. So this is what other brands do not cater to. They just buy, they sell you the jewelry, but we keep your jewelry, we save your jewelry. So that's what makes me different. So in my community in my Dubai, the people would say, okay, if the jewelry is not okay, let me send it to Renu, she'll polish it. She will change it to something and send me back.
Mm.
Like I gave you the example of my friend Kushali, and she said, okay, I have a jewelry and I want to change it, I want to make it, I want to create it. We reconstruct your pieces. So
Hmm.
definitely you're going to come back to me. So that's it.
Reconstruct. Wonderful. Wonderful to know that. And you operating
I'm
in this.
actually
Mhm.
sorry to break you. I'm actually known to reconstruct jewelry. I cannot keep one jewelry similar for a long time. And if it's summer and if I have to wear this in summer, I'm going to break it. I'm going to cut it from here, add my scarves, and I'm going to wear like a scarf jewelry. So that's what I have done. So, and even when I train my students in universities, I'm invited as guest speaker there. I always show them live shows of how to create or reconstruct from what do you have available. So I think so that is why the clients would come back to me.
And that's so much to do with creativity and innovation. That's what
Yes,
customers love, right?
yes.
And
Your
you. Mhm.
ready piece, we could change it into something very different.
I am so excited to, have my pieces reconstructed now. Anyways, you operating in this handcrafted statement jewelry segment, Renu, what are the steps that you take at the back end to make sure that you deliver the brand promise to the customers exactly as communicated? I mean, to deliver the highest standards of service, what are the steps that you're taking at the back end?
Right from buying the raw materials till it is delivered, everything is taken care of at I'm very particular about my quality. I cannot let my quality go down, right? It has to be non-allergenic. I do not want complaints
Mhm.
from my clients. That is what I make sure. So right from finding the right craftsman in India or Korea or Taiwan, in Nepal, I make sure they are the craftsmen who actually make real jewelry, the real jewelry. So their finish is excellent. So I want my product to have the excellent finish, the excellent polish. Nobody should say, "Oh, this is not to LabelRM standards." So
Hmm.
this is taken care of it in my Mumbai office. Each piece is checked, redesigned, the plating, everything is checked in Mumbai office before it is couriered to Dubai. Once it comes to Dubai as well, there's a checking done because sometimes in traveling and handling, the jewelry breaks. So again, we take care here, plus my workshop here will take care of all the pieces. So right from buying the raw materials to finding the right craftsmen to making the product for the finishing, then to come to Dubai and the final finishing, everything is taken care under my this. So this is what we are particular about.
Agreed. Quality assurance is such an important part of any brand promise that you're delivering, because that's what we communicate to our customers, and then they expect a certain standard to be met. And our duty as
Yeah,
suppliers or as entrepreneurs or as people who are catering to these customers, our duty is to rather exceed those expectations and not just meeting those expectations in that case.
definitely, Supriya. It's not about the pricing. It's about what you're delivering to the customer. Then only you have a customer would have an experience. If she goes to a party and they say, "Oh, this looks lovely. It looks real." That my job is done.
Exactly. You make your customers feel special when they own that piece of jewelry, right from buying that piece of jewelry to actually wearing it to the party and just showing it off and getting praised by their colleagues or whosoever they meet. So yes, it's a special experience, and it's about making people feel special. Okay. Renu,
I
what
would
message
like to
do you
share
have?
a
Yeah.
experience.
Go on.
I like to share an experience here. I had a client and she had a 25th wedding anniversary and she was buying my diamonds. And she told me after the party, she said, Renu, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I said, could I share your picture as my client? She said, please don't share because people thought I was wearing all real jewelry. And I said, that was a compliment for me.
Indeed. So what message do you have for our customer experience professionals here who are really geared up to create those magical experiences for their customers?
See, I feel every designer, every brand has to be proactive. There are two things that needs to go. One is understand your client's needs, work around it, be there for them, and show the right attitude. Be there. Mistakes happen, but get that solved. Create something that they require in the right time, right moment, and you will create a client for life. And also, the second thing what a young entrepreneur should think about is creating the need, which is different. It's like a LabelRM is pioneered for a lot of things, for tie jewelry, for stone jewelry, for shell jewelry. We got this now after making the shell jewelry. I said, no, why not we have something as bead jewelry? So we got with shell jewelry. So, and then it's the right way to communicate it right way to the clients and create the need. Oh no, I'm going onto a beach party. I think I need to have this shell jewelry. So that is how you create. One thing you would understand your client's want, and plus you create a want. So then the brand always grows up. That I would say every young entrepreneur should know about.
Creating the want, creating the need is actually what I'm going home with today. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Renu, for being with us. It was really magical to be talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity as well.
Thanks for listening to CXO with your host, Supriya. I hope you enjoyed a dive into the nitty-gritty of customer experience. If you are committed to applying these ideas in the real world, stay tuned with me. Don't forget to check out all the links and resources in the show notes. That's all for this episode, folks. See you next time.